One. So our panel of our narratives is the first panel, and this depicts a bad society in the Kirksville bad community with smog all over the place, no one caring about the environment, individuals, and from the industry standpoint with, as you can see, there's trash all over the place, and there's smog all over the place, which is polluting the air. So the materials we used for this was we used a bunch of trash that we collected. We cut out stencils to make the brick as like a bad, bricks are here. We used a stencil to make the factory out of paper, and then we used tissue paper and to make the clouds and the smog, and then we used the person to depict the person in the picture, glittering and making the community bad. I think our panel actually turned out better than expected, and I thought it would, because I didn't know how some of this stuff was going to show up on there, but I liked how the bags were see-through, and actually you could see the trash through the bags on the ground. And then you could actually see the factory and the clouds. I thought all these actually turned out really better than I thought they were, so I'm glad how it turned out.
Since our group's theme was about the environment, the theme for our panel was about the beginnings of cleaning up the environment. We are depicting a person picking up the trash that is on the ground, and the skies are clear since the factory is no longer producing smog.
There were a number of materials that went into making this piece, including fabric, plastic bags, wool, paper cutouts, and even just a number of random recyclables we were able to find around Ophelia Parish. What's really interesting is that a lot of the materials were actually things that were shared between all four of the groups while we were making these.
Our cyanotype did not turn out exactly how we wanted it to. The person in our cyanotype should have had 2 arms showing, but only 1 showed up. They're also putting trash into a trash bag, but it's kind of hard to tell if they're holding a trash bag. There are also a few odd shadows that occur throughout the piece that kind of makes it look a little weird.
Our group represented the theme of regrowth in our cyanotype by depicting 2 figures planting a garden. We used fake plants and flowers to represent the flora. We cut out paper stencils of the sun and a tree to add a sense of location and depth to the artwork. 2 of the students working on this project were used as well. They represented the gardeners in the act of planting a garden. Our group was happy with the end result. We wanted to have high contrast and movement in the artwork. By using fake plants in the tree and having them fall from the hands of the figures, we were able to unify the artwork and give it a sense of balance. We used negative space in our cyanotype to give the viewer some breathing room and to not overwhelm the viewer with too much information. Once we saw the end result, we were very happy with our choice in media and the placement of everything.
Our panel is the last in the series. This represents the clean environment and growth of community and life. The figure on the left is watering the plant that grew from the last panel. A paper cutout was used for the watering can, and beads were used to represent the water dripping down onto the plant, and the plant, as you see here, is actually a real plant. The figure on the right is celebrating the growth of flowers in their community. Paper cutouts were used for the flowers. There was a more transparent paper for the flowers themselves, and the stems were just normal paper. A tree has taken place in the factory and grown. Paper cutout was used for the trunk and the branches, and real leaves were used for the leaves. The sun sheds light on the community and nature, making them one. Cotton strips were used for the rays and cotton for the sun itself. We believe that it turned out great and better than we expected.